Hey there, VCE HHD students. My name's Andy. I'm a VC Health and Human Development teacher. In this short video, we're looking at 5 common mistakes to avoid in the VCE HHD exam. Number 1. This is relevant for Unit 3 and 4 HHD for the 2025 plus HHD study design. Before we dive into this video, just a reminder, there's a range of ways you can engage with Health Resources Hub. If you're on our YouTube channel at the moment, you can subscribe with the button in the bottom corner of the video there. That means you'll get alerts to all of our new videos as they come out across the year, especially in the lead up to the HHD exam this year. Also got our website, thehrh.net.au, where there's opportunities for HHD students and teachers, so please check that out. Got our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook pages where you can follow us and get alerts to our new videos and other opportunities, and also our email, info@thehrh.net.au, if you'd like to get in touch. Before we dive into this video, also, you might like to check out on our website our Unit 3 and 4 A+ course notes and practice questions. These are ideal if you're looking for some great notes to make sure you're prepared for all the different glossary terms and key concepts in the exam this year, and also if you're on the lookout for some practice questions, some easy, medium, and hard practice questions for all the different areas of study, as well as sample answers. If you head to our website, you'll see there's a student drop down, and you can head to this page and fill in the form, and we'll be in touch on how you can access those course notes and practice questions. Okay, so the first common mistake to avoid in the HHD exam is explaining reasons for the difference in factors. And so this mainly relates to the biological, sociocultural, including commercial and environmental factors that are relevant in Unit 3 and how they contribute to variations in health status between population groups, as well as the factors in Unit 4. So that's things like access to safe water, sanitation and poverty, okay, and discrimination, and how they might contribute to similarities and differences in health status and human development between low, middle, and high-income countries, including Australia. And so what we're talking about here is the fact that these factors are often used, okay, when trying to outline how there might be differences in these things, such as health status and human development between two different groups. And what students often do is they try to explain reasons for the differences in the factors as part of their answer to a question, instead of just linking the factors on to how they might contribute to those differences in health status or human development. And so that can therefore take up valuable time in the exam as well as valuable space in an answer, and it's not expected of students because often there's lots of different reasons why there might be some differences in these factors between different groups, but what you're being expected to do is know how they might contribute to differences in health status or human development, not try to explain why they exist in the first place. So probably the easiest way is to have a look at a sample question and then a sample answer that shows, okay, a response that does this and one that doesn't, to see how there's a clear difference. So the sample question here mentions that if population A lives further outside major cities compared to population B, how may an environmental factor contribute to a variation in health status between population A and B? So you can see here it mentions in the question, obviously A is living further outside major cities compared to population B, and then you get to choose an environmental factor and how it could contribute to a variation. And so that means difference, okay, in health status. So that means health status terms that should be part of your answer. So at least one of incidence, prevalence, life expectancy, etc., okay, between population A and B. So you'll see the first sample answer, okay, includes an explanation for the reason why there's a difference in the factor. So let's have a look at that. It says population A are likely to have less access to recreation facilities because they live further away from these facilities and can't always find a park to exercise in compared to population B. So I've tried to bold there, okay, where this sample is trying to contribute to or explain why there might be that difference in the factor, but that's unnecessary. The second half of the answer is fine. It goes on to say population A are therefore less likely to be physically active and burn off excess energy, and therefore more likely to overweight or obese, which could contribute to insulin resistance and higher prevalence of type 2 diabetes when compared to population B. So that's fine. Okay, that last sentence, it's mentioning a link to a health condition, it's mentioning a health status term, and it's comparing a difference in health status. But you can see there the better alternative down the bottom of the page there. The first sentence is just saying population A are likely to have less access to recreation facilities such as parks than population B. It's not trying to explain why that difference might exist, okay? And so you don't need to try to outline why there might be a difference in, okay, these factors between the different groups. What you're being expected in a response like this is just to outline how there could be a difference in the factor and then what that means for, say, health status in this instance here. So make sure as you go through and practice these types of questions, you're not sort of taking up unnecessary space in your answer and sort of wasting time in the exam trying to explain the reasons for the differences in the factors. Instead, make sure that you state the difference, okay, that's likely, and then go on and link that to a difference in health status or human development. Okay, hopefully you found that useful. Just a reminder, if you're after some practice questions, okay, for the exam, there is this HHD revision questions book that I've worked on this year. It's got over 500 marks for the practice questions, a full chapter on extended response, and also a full trial exam on sample answers. You can head to book.acevc.com to order a copy of that. Or as I mentioned earlier, you can head to our website for our course notes or our other practice questions. Thanks so much.